What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Disgaea 6. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you how to level as many characters as you want to level 99 million in just one fight. Now it's no secret that I've shown you guys how to efficiently farm karma before by just battling for a few minutes or maxing out a character in one fight. However, previously we could only max one character in a fight via using the Hogall EXP bill. That is no longer the case. Now you can max as many characters as you want in just one fight. So, how do we do it? Well, first and foremost, I am very sorry to say you are going to need 3 DLC characters for this. You are going to need Mao, you are going to need Valvatores, and you are going to need Plenia. And the reason for that is we need some evilties off of them. So for Mao, the evilty we need from him is actually his initial starting unique evilty, which increases attack power by 5% and EXP gain by 25% per enemy unit on the map. Now, this is a really good EXP increase as long as Mao is the one who does the killing. So straight off the bat, you need Mao as your killer for this method. Then, for Valvatores, we actually want his Instructor evilty. Now, this is just a normal evilty. You do have to buy this from the evilty shop, but since Valvatores starts at level 9,999, you can just use the juice bar to give him some mana, go over to the juice bar, grab it, and then create a bunch of scrolls to share this around your party. For Plenia, we actually need one of her evilties as well, and the evilty we need from her is actually the Voracious Spirit evilty. Now what this does is it increases mana and EXP earned by ally units on the map by 25%, and of course it stacks. So this is essentially the exact same as Happy Song. It costs 5 evilty slots and it basically stacks with all the others. So if you have this on 9 units in your final party, that is effectively 225% extra EXP for your killer. So again, it does work the same way as Happy Song, so make sure you spread that around as well. And I probably should have actually mentioned what Instructor does, because I kind of forgot, so let's talk about that now as well. So Instructor costs 3 evilty slots, and it increases EXP, mana, and class proficiency gained by Prinnies in assigned squad by 100%. Now, we can actually get around the Prinny requirement by using the Prinny squad, basically. The Prinny squad at max level allows 10 characters, and guess what? That is just enough for our final party of 10 characters on the map to make full use of. So make sure all characters have that as well. Now, I have said that this is a method for as many characters as you want, which means, you know, I'm going to be showing you just 10 characters right here. However, if you really wanted to, you could actually do this with as many as 128 units. Just be aware that reincarnating that many units is going to suck, because in order to actually max out the reincarnation stats, you need 640 reincarnations per unit. Now, times 640 by 128, and it's a lot. Okay, it's a huge amount. If you're anything like me, you know, you're just going to stick to your 10 OP units, and that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you now. But yes, you can use the Recycle Spirit if you want to level even more than 10 units. So let's take a look at the actual evilties we're going to be using. So on Mao, he is our killing character. Now, for the extra unique evilty, I'm going to be using Bushido because it increases damage dealt when attacking a single unit. As for, you know, if you've already got Mao completely maxed out on his D-mates and you've got a second unique evilty slot, just throw in whatever you want, it doesn't matter. So for normal evilties, we are going to be using Overlord Training, which is 1 evilty slot, and it gives us an extra 50% EXP, but it does decrease that by 50%. That's fine, you know, as long as you're strong enough to complete the stage, doesn't matter. If you aren't quite strong enough, maybe leave this one off for now. We have SR Volunteer, which increases EXP, mana, and HL gain by 2% per reincarnation, and it maxes out at 100%. Now, I only have 19 reincarnations on Mao, so I only actually have 38% for this. But you know, it's still enough to hit max level, so we don't need the 100%. It is a really good ability though, because it can essentially give you 100% EXP for only 3 slots. Now, this comes from Asagi. Overload Training is from Super Reincarnation as well, by the way. And then we have World is Mine, which increases EXP gain by 30%, HL and mana gain by 30% as well. This comes from Maliodia. It is part of the story. So as you go through the story, Maliodia will automatically learn this, and then you can just create scrolls via the ability shop. We have Genius Studia, which increases EXP gain by 100%. This is from Super Reincarnation. We have Study Maniac, which increases EXP gain by 80%, which again is by Super Reincarnation. We have Study Wiz and Study Nerd. Both of these you can just buy normally from the ability shop, as long as you've upgraded your demerits to allow for the extra abilities to be purchasable. And then we have Precarious Secret, which increases EXP gain by 20% when level is below 1000. And I will talk more on why we use this in a moment. We have Study Lover just for an extra 10% EXP. And I mean Board Freak just because I wanted to try this out on Final Martial Dimension. It was terrible. So you can just take Board Freak off and have something else if you want. I'm too lazy to replace it, so I'm not going to bother. But yes, so those are all the abilities we need on Mao. And again, Mao is going to be the one who is killing everything, so we don't need these abilities on other characters. Because the way EXP works in Disgaea 6 is essentially your killer gains all the XP, and then all that EXP goes into like a bowl, and then that bowl is then shared to everybody on the field. So again, all these EXP increasing abilities only need to be on the person who is killing the monster in question. Okay, now we're not actually done with Mao just yet though. There are a few other things we need. So first and foremost, on his equipment, doesn't matter what piece of equipment you have, he just needs 900 statisticians. That will further increase the EXP gain when Mao gets a kill. Okay, so that's all the EXP boosting we need for Mao. However, we can boost the EXP even further with the other 9 units on the field when Mao actually goes around killing everything. And for that, those abilities we need are... well, you can use Lucky Song for a unique ability if you want. It increases stats of ally units on the map by 3%. Up to you. We have Happy Song, which is 5 ability slots. It increases EXP gain for all ally units on the map by 30%. This comes from the Sea Angel class, so you can master that, create scrolls through the ability shop. We have Voracious Spirit, which, as I mentioned, is from Plenia. We have Fortune Song, which increases mana gain for all ally units on the map by 30%. Not needed at all for this leveling method because it doesn't impact EXP, but, you know, might as well have it on. That comes from the Sea Angel class as well. We have Instructor, which, as I mentioned, is from Valvatoras, and then we have Dominant Smile. And the main reason I have Dominant Smile is just to increase Mao's stats even more. However, that does cap out at 100%, so you only actually need 4 characters with that ability on. Okay, now, I've mentioned all these abilities. These are all the abilities you need. All my 9 characters are set up exactly the same way for this. Now, I mentioned earlier on that I was going to talk about why we use this ability, which is you gain an extra 20% EXP when your level is below 1000. And that's because of the way EXP is generated. So you actually earn more EXP the bigger the level gap between you and the thing you kill is. Which basically means if you get a kill at, say, level 99 million and you earn 100 EXP. Now, if you were to kill that same mob when you were only level 1, you would actually earn 300 EXP, providing the enemy is, 99 million as well. It's effectively, a nice little triple EXP gain when you are lower level. It is one of the hidden things that I've actually only recently discovered why I was randomly getting more EXP. Took quite a bit of testing. I can't believe I didn't notice this sooner. But yes, so that is one thing. Your killer does need to be level 1 as well. Now, when it comes to maxing out all of your units, there are a few things to note aside from this. First and foremost, we need to go to the cheat shop, and in the cheat shop you want 3000% extra EXP. You increase this by doing post game, so if you don't have 3000% available, just keep going through the post game stages and you will eventually unlock this. Now, for enemy strength, we only need 7-star strength for this, because that will cap out the enemy level. You can raise this if you want to increase the enemy stats if you are using Infernal Corrosion. Not really worthwhile though, in my opinion, and because our killer is only level 1, I suggest just using the 7 stars for EXP. You are also going to need back to square 1 turned on for this, because of course we are going to be using stage 14.5. Now, that's all for the cheat shop. What else do we need? There is one final thing. We are not going to be using the Hog All EXP. However, I am afraid we do need to do 2 bills for this. The bills that we need are give me triple EXP, and sadly, this is unfortunately needed. But at least, you can level as many characters as you want in one fight. So the inconvenience of having to pass 2 bills is worthwhile in my opinion, because it does save us a lot of time. So I've just passed triple EXP, and now we're also going to pass through a welcome party, which triples the EXP again by units below level 10 on the map. Now, on my previous leveling videos, a lot of people were questioning why they were getting far less EXP than I was in the video, and the problem that literally everybody who was experiencing that had was their units were not level 1. Make sure your units are below level 10. If you want to hit max level in one fight, your unit has to be level 1, or at least below level 10. Like, that is a big thing, so do keep that in mind. Also, I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You do need a ×10 boost ticket for this method. The good news is you don't have to actually pay real money for these. You can use the platinum coins on the Nintendo website to exchange for a boost ticket. So again, keep that in mind. You don't have to spend real money to get these tickets. Okay, with that out of the way, we are completely set up. So let's go ahead and go to the dimension guide. We are going to be going to Peaceful World, Ball of Blessing, which is stage 14.5. And again, make sure you are on the Rakshasa difficulty. Now, in terms of stage difficulty, it's not really that bad. If you have some pretty decent gear, then you're going to be okay. As you can see, I've got 10 trillion attack on Mao. That is way overkill. And the reason I have that much is... well, let's just show the equipment. It's pretty much just because of my Neo Ball Sword being capped for attack, basically. Okay, so all of my units are out. We've got all our EXP boosting abilities right now. So if I just go ahead and bring these up, actually let's go to Mao. Okay, so as you can see straight off the bat, with Happy Song, we are gaining an extra 270% EXP, another 10% from Study Lover, 900% from Instructor, 20% from Precious Secret, 40% from Study Nerd, 80% from Study Maniac. We're gaining 100% from Genius Studier, 225% from Voracious Spirit, and we're only gaining 42% from SR Volunteer because, as I said, I don't have enough reincarnations on my Mao. We have 50% from Overlord Training, and we have another 30% from World Is Mine, 20% from Study Wiz, 125% from Mao's unique ability. This will go down by 25% for each kill we get, and then 25% attack power as well. Now, I didn't add all these up in my head. Either way, it's a massive EXP boost. So now the basic idea is simple. I should mention, you cannot use the combo maker strategy for this fight. The main reason for that is normal attacks are based on levels when the damage calculation is applied, which means a level 1 character will hit like a wet noodle, even with a 10 trillion attack. So we are going to need to use skills for this. So for Mao, I've increased his skill to around level 5,000, well 5,800, and the reason for that is to balance the SP cost for this. If the SP cost is too high, I'm not going to be able to kill all 5 God of Destructions. So let's just go ahead and turn auto battle on. We'll let Mao go through murdering absolutely everything in sight, and then we'll take a look at the EXP at the end. Are you ready? Boom. Just like that, we've got 18 quadrillion on Mao and 15 quadrillion for everybody else. If you're wondering why Mao is higher, it's because of the MVP reward, which gives him an extra 20% on top. And just like that, everybody, that is how you max out everybody's level in one fight. Now, as I mentioned, you can do this with as many characters as you want by using Recycle Spirit. I don't recommend that though, because it will take forever when it comes to the reincarnation. Now, this actually turns the grinding method for 640 reincarnations from 640 fights per character to 640 fights total. This is going to be such a huge time save if you want to max out characters. But though guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you are excited to max out some characters using this method. And of course, if you are new to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Especially because you don't want to miss the new HL farming video guide that I will be making on the next wave of DLC releases once we get those abilities. Still though guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.